get this going. Make sure everything's all good and up and running here. Make sure the YouTube preview is doing the YouTube preview thing. And yeah, excellent. So I figured, you know, tonight would be a nice change of pace from yesterday. You know, the whole like not falling asleep right before the live stream starts bit, that helps. But tonight, gonna be doing what we're gonna be doing yesterday on the baby account. I'm dusting off the baby account. This is the junior account. I've spent 11 days, 11 sessions here in the account, maybe like cumulatively like 30 hours tops for the baby account here. I have one 5-star, I have a number of 4 stars, and the rest are 3s and 2s that I still use regularly going through content. I got Realm of Legends done already, and I am halfway to my second 5-star. Now this event right now that they got going on is absolutely fantastic because there's an arena that gives a bunch of extra 5-star shards out there, which is most welcome. So that's what I'm going to be doing, a little bit of that today. I'm going to be playing a little bit of content, burning through the energy, and then opening up some of these amazing freebies that they've been handing out as well. Got a 4, possibly 5-star legendary crystal today. There was the 4-star yesterday. They're just handing loot out hand over fist. It's fantastic. And you know, we'll see where we go from there. Got Penny Parker in arenas right now. She is going to she's going to go for very high. She's going to go for very high. But she's a lot of fun to play. So we'll have to see how that plays out for round 1 and figure out what we're going to do round 2. But the name of the game here tonight is to just have fun on the baby account. I'm vonShoe. Hope you guys are doing most excellent. Happy Thursday. Good to have you. I want to say a big howdy, big welcome to Sunspotted and Judah saying hi. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's start things off here just with burning a little bit of energy just to get the clock ticking back on that again. And then jump into that 5-star shard arena where you can only use 2 and 3 stars to build up to milestones to get the 5-star shards. Again, I need 5,000 5-star shards for my second 5-star crystal, which is a lot of milestones. We'll see if I get through all of them or enough to get that 5-star. But otherwise, between shards and dupes and stuff like that, hopefully we can get pretty close. Virendra popping in and saying, isn't this 24-hour late stream? No, this stream is just like a wizard. It's neither early nor late. But no, I was getting ready to go live last night, and I was like, I'm going to sit on the couch for a little minute, just before the live stream. And then, next thing I know, it's like 9:30 my time. I was like, oh, whoops. So yes, I'm not dead. I'm very much alive, just feeling my age, an old man, sitting down in my comfort chair after a long day. Oh, well, I remember, don't forget to claim your sunglasses today. If you guys haven't already, it's such a stupid event, but every day I gotta remind myself to check and claim them and make sure that it doesn't go to waste, because there's cool stuff to get. You just gotta be on top of it, because the game goes out of its way to not remind you. Good job, game. So this here, actually, this should be pretty useful, because this is the last boss of this difficulty, so I should get a nice little loot pool out of that as well. Judah just did the 4th Summer of Pain path. Well played. Which path did you go on, and who did you use? Dude, I still got to do that. I've only done the initial clear. I've got 5 left. Probably died to bugs about 20 times. Yeah, I know that feeling. It's just abysmal, especially in high stakes alliance modes too, like AQ and AW, where if you get clipped once because of one of those bugs or inconsistencies, not only does it cost you like an arm and a leg to heal or revive up, but then for Alliance War, all those KOs wind up, you know, adding up, especially when each win or loss comes down to a handful of KOs. It's really brutal. But yet, they're like, nah, we're still going to go ahead with Alliance War seasons. It's busted. It's busted, yo. 3-star Venom coming in clutch. I was tuning in to a bit of Brian Grant's stream yesterday morning, because he's doing a new account challenge as well, which is always a lot of fun. I will not be getting that. And he said one of the most true things about new account challenges that one could say is that the energy restrictions far and away are the worst. The absolute worst. Like, getting through the contents is one thing, but being able to have enough energy to do it, that's the kicker. That's the kicker. Alright, so that is that. I'm going to jump into Arena for a second, but let's open up some crystals, shall we? Got a bunch of cool stuff to open up, and hopefully there's a couple of new things as well that will help in the Arena. So let's start off with some of the small stuff, the premiums, right? Obviously a 4-star would be fantastic. Nexus would be even better. Just looking for one new. Just Arena fodder, that'd be a big plus. Crystal number 1 here is slowing up. Well. Icy-ish popping in saying, hey, baby account stream. Heck yes. I have been wanting to do the baby account stream for such a long time. But I, you know, kept getting pushed off because I was grinding Arena for featured champs. Well, two stars. But, you know, I didn't do a second round of Starkey. I'm not doing round 1 of Penny. That buys a little bit of time to have some fun. So I'm very excited about that. Pop open the shards here. More basic. Lovely. I'm gonna hold off on the dailies. Let's get to this Legends one. I think it's the same pool for everybody regardless, right? Yeah, so there's 4-star shards. A bunch of tier 4. Give that a quick tap. Let's see what ones are popping out of here. Any of this stuff is going to be massive for the account. Oh, man, that is massive for the account. That is massive for the account. Good Lord. Oh, man, getting a full tier 4 CC at this stage in the game is insane. All right, well, hopefully can put that to good use with a Dragon Man pull right here. So this is that free crystal that we got as like the celebration, right? Brutal DLX and a couple other people. And then the compensation crystal, because the first one wasn't right. However, they still lumped the two of them together, so I don't know how that works. If you guys want to guess who's going to pop out of the crystal here, let me know in the comment section. I'm hoping for, I mean, obviously a 5-star, but a... I'd be really happy with just anybody who's new. A 3-star, 4-star. Whatever. Give that a quick tap. This one is Star-Lord. That's a new champ. That's a really good champ, actually. That 4-star Star-Lord is going to be super useful. Especially if I get him awakened. Then, you know... Go like full 2015, 2016, use Star-Lord to clear content. Verandra says, finally cleared 631 Medusa, never seeing her again. About 632, how does Thorn's node work exactly? So anytime you make physical contact, so like a Magneto is not physical contact because it's all energy-based damage. So anybody who has like a physical contact, you know, punches and kicks and whatnot, takes a bit of that damage that they deal back at them. And a 3-star. Ah, well. It's a new champion. So that's not too bad. 5-star would have been absolutely nuts out of that, though. Can you imagine that? A 5-star out of one of those crystals for a baby account here? We got the login 4-star from yesterday. No matter who pops out of this, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Judah went Darkhawk and Rogue with the Spider-Gwen. Nice. But pretty well, Judah. Pretty well. A little tired. Been doing a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. This one is a War Machine. Very good. With the pre-fights. Okay. I am okay with that. I will certainly take that. I don't know how much I'm going to use him offensively. But certainly for the tech pre-fights. A couple 3s and 4s here. Man, they're just like handing out crystals left, right, and center. Nice. I've got a 4-star Elsa now, but I will happily take a 3-star as well. You can never have too many Elsa Bloodstones. Never can have too many. This is the second one to tap. See which 3-star it's going to be. Namor? Yondu. Still a 4. Still a 4. Just like massive progression. See, the early game is so busted now because of all the freebies that they just keep handing out. This is a 4 with a chance for a 5. Wouldn't it be nice to get a 5-star Elsa too? Jacob popping in saying, "What's up?" What up, Jacob? Let's give that a quick tap here. See which one it's going to be. It is going to be... Oh, no. Ooh. 5-star number 2 is Domino. This account is so busted. It's so busted. Dang. They're handing out maps 6 and 7, Chris. They're handing out map 6 and 7. But as part of the compensation, on the baby account, I've got map 6 and 7 crystals. Jesus, guys. It's so busted. Get tier 4 basic. That's a full tier 4 mystic. Get a bunch of tier 2 alpha. And a full science. Jesus. So freaking. And another one. No. Oh no, and mutant. Busted. You imagine like pulling like a full tier 2 out of the map 7 freebies here? What am I gonna do with that? I mean, I've got a couple of 5-stars now, but I don't think I've got enough ISO to be able to rank them up. You imagine pulling like tier 5 basic? Yeah, 1700 tier 5 basic. What am I gonna do with that? What am I gonna do with that? Another tier 4 basic. Almost got enough for a tier 2. More tier 5. And another tier 4. Good lord, man. Look at all that tier 5. What am I going to do? That's insane. That's positively insane. Alright, so last bit here. You got 5 of these. And then let's get going on some of the content, huh? Popping 5. Is it going to be 5 2s? Hey, new Killmonger. New 3. Very cool. So busted. Dan says, "Hey Rob, so apparently I sold my soul to the Kabam gods. My last 2 6-stars were Doom and then APOC. I may never see a good one again." Dan, well, first of all, big congrats. I mean, you did have to sell your soul to Mephisto to get those 2 pulls. But if you were going to get 2 pulls for that trade, that's definitely a good barter. Definitely a good barter. Big congrats to you, Dan. Big congrats. I can't get any of that stuff. The bugle store. Man, how much of this do I have? I got 200. I wonder if I'd be able to... Oh, this is progression based. I can't get the Nexus. Act 5, Chapter 2. Dude, that would be wild. Like a 4-star Nexus is pretty cool. But getting like a 5-star Nexus? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I could probably do it. I'm on Act 4 already, but I need the energy. Anyway. Let's get going on the shard arena here. I don't have a lot of champions to use. So it's going to be a quick thing. And then we're going to go do some other content too. I did not realize I didn't have that many 2-stars. Oh well. Man, baby account is so busted. My 2 5-stars are Aegon and Domino. Absolutely busted. So question to you guys, have you done the shard arena? Whether it's the 6-star or 5-star version? And if not, are you gonna? On the main account, I wound up doing about half of the 6-star shard arena. I wound up getting enough 6-star shards to get a full basic 6-star and spun that open. And I was quite happy with who popped out. So that was good enough for me. I am good enough with that. It is, what, about 225 rounds, I think, to be able to get all milestones. So if you got the time, you know, I mean, it's free 6-star shards, plus a bunch of extra boosted loot because of the, you know, the events and the boosts going on. But, I mean, throw that in with Spider-Man Arena with, if you do the Catalyst, and then, you know, the featured and basic arenas too. A lot of stuff. Jay popping in saying, yo, yeah, I've done it, the 5-star. I did all of it. Hey, good on you, bud. Good on you. I mean, it really is. It's just free loot. So, by all means, if you guys got the time to do it, it's well worth doing. Got a pop-up right now that there may be a bit of buffering. Apologize for that. Usually winds up sorting itself out here in the, you know, between 30 seconds, a minute, a couple minutes, sometimes. So hopefully it's just a temporary thing. Did a 5-star halfway to get a full 5-star. Hunting for APOC. Got Agent Venom. Agent Venom, I think, is on some people's short list to get a buff. So, I mean, he's okay. He's usable right now as is, but, you know, with him being a solid buff candidate, it's not a bad pull. So as far as masteries go, I've got Dexterity and Parry unlocked. But I haven't gone too terribly deep into the mastery trees just because all the different masteries require units to unlock. And I'm trying to hoard as many units as I can for the gifting event from the holidays. We'll see how that goes. Because right now I've got like 3,000 units on hand, so that's enough for... well, 10 crystals at the very least, I think. If they follow it, well, twofold. If they follow the same structure as they have in the past, and if there even is a gifting event this year. I'm assuming there is, but there is always a small off chance that they nix it just because we can't have nice things. Oh yeah, and there's the piggy bank too. So this being day 11 of the baby account, I suppose it's a good time to take a minute and try and figure out what or how far I want to take the baby account here. I'm working on Act 4 right now, so I still do have Maestro to fight. It would be nice to get him down and then get into some Act 5 as well, possibly be uncollected at some point. But I gotta keep fleshing out my my roster a little bit to be able to get there, because that collector is not going to be a fun fight. Maestro shouldn't be too bad, but that collector is going to be rough. It must be a really low sig A-bomb for me not to be proccing a whole lot of poisons. Taz popping in saying, "Some problem? What up, chat?" 2 paths left, bro. That Mysterio path with a 565 APOC was no bueno. I am not envious. I am not envious. I mean, I still got to do that path too myself, and I probably am going to go with APOC as well, but it's not going to be fun. I think at this point, I'm looking forward to doing some fights for fun, but at the same time, because I kind of feel like I have to, just because the loot pool is that insane. There's going to be a little bit of that, I guess because I have to, you know. Oh well, what are you gonna do? But then, I mean, like I was saying, once you get Maestro down, then it's kind of like sky's the limit, you know. Would be really cool to find a way to get Aegon awakened, because if I get Aegon awakened, then there really isn't any limit of what I could do, because I've got a Heimdall as well, 3-star version. And the two of them together just be like a content clearing machine. Yeah, Billy, I do actually. I haven't used it for a good long while, but I still do have it downloaded. Yeah, either between Skype or Discord, that'd be a lot of fun. Do a, I mean, especially if I go for Penny round 2, it'd be really cool. That'd be really cool, like a Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Yeah, cheers, bud. Can't miss on these rewards, especially with your progression level currently. It's so busted. I don't know if you saw the first chunk of the stream here, Taz, but I wound up opening up all of the loot so far, like the legendary, the 4-star crystal, the couple of free like Dragon Man calves that we got. Friggin' busted, man. It's just so friggin' busted. Like, it's the state of the game now, right? Because the devs want you to get uncollected and then whatchamacallit, cav, like ASAP. So they want you to, you know, hurry through the first chapters, and eventually they're going to wind up consolidating acts 1 through 3, just because a lot of it's just like tedious, repetitive, with no real change, no real difference. But in order to do that, they're starting to throw like champs and opportunities our way to the new players. And I mean, again, this is day 11, so like 30 hours and change into the stream. I've already got Realm cleared. I've got 2 5-stars. I've got a whole boatload of 4s. It's ridiculous. In a good way, but still, it's ridiculous. And the way it goes too, and especially around gifting, because you can gift the big greater gifting crystals to baby accounts here. I mean, I've seen in years past, like, baby accounts my size here having, like, a 6-star. Just because of, like, you can get that big 6-star shard drop, you can get 6-star King, 6-star Thanos. Just, like, break the game. Break the early game. Dash popping in and waving and saying, howdy. What up, Dash? Anyone joining an mcoc for the first time during this week will be spoiled forever. Truth. From 6-star shard arena and the free 5-star crystal, not getting anything for months and expecting compensation. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Although a bit of truth talk, I mean, between Marvel MCU TV on Disney Plus and then movies starting to come back, you know, if their marketing's on point, then hopefully that brings in some new players too, or brings old players back just to see what's different with the game. And there's still a lot of good stuff to offer. I mean, the game mechanics right now are kind of fundamentally busted because of that engine upgrade. But the gameplay itself is still very fun. And it's interesting talking with a bunch of different people too, and I'd love to hear your guys' opinion again. I know we've talked on it in the past, but we're talking on it again. Just even talking with like members of my alliance, just depending on what they get out of the game, whether they're like Alliance War people, Alliance Quest people, if they like the champions, if they like the story mode, if they like just spinning crystals. Everybody's in it for something different, you know? Me, I'm in it for the characters and the champs themselves, and their kits, and that whole like web you can weave between synergies and boosts and nodes and combos and abilities and debuffs and whatnot. I just love that stuff. I love that stuff. It's so much fun. But that's not for everybody. You know, other people get their enjoyment elsewhere, and if it's an Alliance War thing especially, then those guys are not having a good time. Dash just beat 641 tonight. Hey, congrats, Dash. Getting choked up on my tongue there. Congrats. Kudos on finishing 641. You gonna roll right into 642, or are you gonna sit on it for a bit? Man, it's so weird not having to worry about special 3 bars. Shameless plug, says Billy. If you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We need to get Rob further. Appreciate that, Billy. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys, you know, tuning in and hanging out too. I am always all ears for, you know, tips, pointers, suggestions, fun things you'd like to see added to the live streams here, or, you know, some of the day-to-day videos too. I'm just here to have a good time and hang out with you guys, so everything else on top of that is a nice plus. Uh-oh. And it certainly has been a lot of fun watching the channel grow and continue to grow here too. Especially the last couple months, those have been huge. Very true. I'm just happy my last 2 paths will be with rank 3s instead of a 565. It's funny how that makes a difference now. How big of a difference that makes now, you know? Because I know there still is a bit of, you know, guffawing if rank 3s are truly, like, worth it. Just because their combat power rate is a bit gimped compared to a 565. Just because it's tied to rank progression as opposed to like rarity or PI or attack value or anything else like that. But I mean, running a rank 3 champion, you can tell. My sister's super excited because she's getting her first 5-star from the calendar, Well, I hope the crystal gods are with her there for that freebie crystal, because a 5-star in the account can do so much. It's gonna do a whole lot for her and for everybody else, regardless of whoever it is. I mean, even if it's like a, you know, Iron Patriot, say, having a 5-star is still gonna do a lot. Just because that they're gonna be able to tank a lot more hits, they're gonna be able to deal a lot more damage, no matter who they are, just by the very nature of having a 5-star. Pew pew. At this moment, AQ is the most efficient game mode for progressing accounts like me, and being at 632, my objective is a Thronebreaker title. Yes, yes. And I also think that the rewards are the most balanced relative to the effort put out for AQ. Plus you get all the glory too, and the glory you can wind up spending however you need. Whether it's to buy boosts or pots or heals for more alliance events, or if you want to buy progression-based stuff too, to rank up your champs. It's nice to have the option. Even though they just boosted Alliance War rewards, I still feel like it's in dire need of like another major overhaul. Because as it stands right now, the season rewards are not worth the effort. I mean, that's the natural progression of the game, right? I mean, things become a bit more commonplace, a little bit easier to get. But hopefully the big prizes at the big events wind up keeping pace with it too. Dash says I'm going to go right for it. I'm going to get as far as I can in the quest and see if I want to spend units. That's the best way to do it, you know, because you never know. You may wind up surprising yourself just how far you can get. Taz says my Aegon and Corvus that I'm going to use are definitely worth the ring 3. Yes. Corvus for sure. Aegon is up to you. That's got to be a personal choice. Interesting how Aegon can still draw so much conversation despite being in the game for as long as he's been. Up to you if you want to ring 3 him. Absolutely. I probably wouldn't if I was in that situation, but again, that's up to you. Once you already got him ranked, and then in that case, congrats. Billy says, can I see the calendar? I haven't played in a while. Yeah, bud, let me get through this round of Arena and I'll go bring it up. So yesterday we got the freebie 4-star. Today we got the legendary crystal, so it's a guaranteed 4 with a chance at a 5. I was one of the lucky ones to get said 5, which is really cool. Cyber popping in saying, hey, Mr. Shoe. What's good, Cyber? This is my first time seeing the baby account. What's the top champs here? Oh, I would be happy to show off, too. Good to have you. How you doing this fine Thursday, huh? Do you think we'll have some good rewards for next month's events? I can't... I know about next month. I've seen what they've got planning, and I can't comment. I would love to comment. Please don't misunderstand me. I would love to comment. But I can't comment. We'll have to wait and see. By the way, Rob, do you play Marvel Future Revolution, the new one? I actually really enjoy it. I've downloaded it. I never got in on the beta. I may wind up starting up and playing, just to see what it's about and just to have some fun with it. But I'm hearing too many negative things about Endgame, for me to be like super hype about getting really far into the game, you know. But I'll give it a go because the original gameplay looks like a lot of fun. Alright, so let's see what we got. Get the glasses. Because reasons. There we go. And calendar. So we got the freebie 5-star tomorrow, which is insane. Half of a tier 2. Interesting that they think that a 5-star is worth less than a half of a tier 2. And then 10% of a tier 5. It's really good loot. It's really good loot. And then my roster is busted. My roster is positively busted. I think no, I need a tier 3 for all these guys. So much tier 3. It's just ridiculous though. Because I mean, Claire got me through Realm. Aegon was my first 5-star. Domino is my second 5-star. I got the freebie Shang-Chi from the login. And then pulling Elsa and Cosmic Ghost Rider. Doc Ock is really good. You know, I got Voodoo and Void down there. I just need the ISO to rank them up. It's just absurd. And Dragman, Falcon, and Venom have been putting in like a solid amount of work. It's just busted. Bruh, I was one away from a 5-star piggy from the legendary crystal. Ah, rip. Next time, maybe. Peepee says, what up, Shoe Man? How's it going, Peepee? Howdy, howdy. So that is 1,000 and a 2-star. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit that 3rd milestone here tonight. We'll see. I might run out of champs to use. I think you saw on the server, but I got APOC. I'm so hyped. So many mutants to rank up. I also got really lucky and pulled a 5-star Wolverine. Yeah. Way to go, Dash. Yeah, no kidding though. Your account is blessed with mutants. Blessed and cursed. Blessed because you got them. Cursed because you don't. We're not given enough resources to be able to rank them all up. But stellar pull. Stellar pull. People says they might make Nimrod to mutants like Blade was for Mystics. Maybe. I can neither confirm nor deny anything about any of the kit for either of the champions. All I know is that conversations will definitely be had within the next week. Probably. Historically speaking. Because historically speaking, the patch notes and like the champion deep dives and stuff like that usually come out the last, like the week before the patch, right? And since we're at the end of the month here, presumably the patch is early next month, then it stands to reason that we should be getting some big info drops soon. Hopefully. And then we can talk. Dang, not kidding, says Cyber. How far are you into the story? I'm right about to go and fight Maestro in Act 4. I took a big pivot just because I wanted to do a realm clear just to see if I could do a realm clear with like an account that was 10 days old. And I could. It was a freaking bloody epic fight though. But I got it. What up, Astro? Hello, hello, Mythic Guy. What up, bud? Good to see you. Happy Thursday. How in the heck are you doing? I'm really concerned they will flop on Kitty Pride's kit. Blink twice. If I don't have anything to worry about with your secret CCP info. Dude, I can't talk about it, man. I can't talk about it. There will be... The only thing I can say is that there will be a disgusting amount of things to talk about when those deep dives are released. Like a disgusting amount of things to talk about. Of course, I am cautiously optimistic because there's a big difference between seeing and reading something and how it plays in game, and of course nobody's played it in game yet. So there's always a chance. But hot dang, man, I can't wait to talk about it. Pivot, pivot, pivot. You saw nothing. These are not the deep dives you're looking for. I'm also going to say it's going to be a busy month, too. Somebody said somewhere along the way that starting with the Spidey 99 arena, right, it was going to be like 2 months straight of insanity. And we had the Spidey 99 arena, we had the Starkey arena, we've got Penny in arena right now. There's some pretty big basic champs coming up. Jabari Panther is coming up, which is really cool. Odin is the next one. He's going to be nuts. I will be trying for a 6-star Odin. I think a lot of people are going to try for a 6-star Odin. Jabari Panther is after that. No, Mangog's next. Sorry. Mangog is the basic on this week, Thursday. And then Odin after that. Well, 2 weeks after that. So I forget, have we had the Yellow Jacket basic arena yet? Because he was in there. Not super fussed about the Yellow Jacket arena, but... Do I have a Yellow Jacket? I think I've got a Yellow Jacket. I don't think he's awakened. I never use him. He's not bad, I just don't use him. Really hyped for Nimrod, hoping he has a bonkers Sentinel synergy. Again, dude, I can neither confirm nor deny. But seeing as how Nimrod is like the ultimate Sentinel, it would stand to reason that he's got synergies with some mutant champs. It would stand to reason he's got synergies with Sentinel. And who knows? That's right, he's got 3 bars. He's a fancy Wolverine. Get out of here, Wolverine. Sunspotted saying, howdy, Rob. Howdy, chat. What up, Sunspotted? Welcome to day 11 of the Baby Account Challenge. For those of you guys stopping in, a pleasure having you. I'm Rob vonShoe. If this is the first time you guys are tuning in, this is the Baby Account. This is day 11. Like I just said, I've spent about 30, maybe 40 hours tops on the Baby Account here. I've cleared Realm with 1 4-star, 3 3-stars, and a 2-star Magneto as the biggest claim to fame accomplishment here so far. stats so far. With today's pull, I have 2 5 stars, which is absurd, and a disgusting level of 4-star luck. But I haven't cleared. I was about to call him Overseer. I haven't cleared Maestro yet, so clearing Act 4 is next. We're just having fun. I have so much fun on the baby account. So much stinking fun. Because it's like it's like the fun and challenge of the game all over again. Like it gets to a point in the end game where you're like, you've got everybody. You only use like your A team, your B team, and maybe a C team if you got AQ, AW, and questing going at once. But in the baby accounts here, you got none of that. Nor do you have like good options for annoying fights and annoying nodes. So you gotta get creative, and that's where it gets super fun. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I was saying, I mean, it's been a while since I did a baby stream, but the last time I did, certainly is some of the most fun I've had in MCOC in ages and ages. Astro sending over 179. Thank you very much, bud. Thank you very much. That is most kind of you. Thank you kindly. Saying I'm really waiting for Miles' live server update. Got a 6-star duped one as well. Yeah, me too. That's going to go as soon as the update goes live in like a week and change. But Astro, thank you very much, my friend. Let's get you up here on the Wall of Honor. That's so cool, bud. Cheers again. Where am I at here? There we go. Let's push that live. Excellent. Cheers, bud. Me too. I mean, that and seeing what his animations are going to be like as well. Gamora, I'm not too terribly fussed about, to be honest. Which is a shame because I don't have a Miles, but I've got a duped Gamora. So when I saw that they're going to be like buffing her, I was kind of hoping for more. But oh well. From a spotlight, Miles seems like a weird Spider-Gwen. Yeah, like a Spider-Gwen 2099 hybrid, kind of. Because, like, 2099 throws debuffs all over the place, and new Miles kind of looks the same sort of way. Like, different debuffs with different actions. We'll see how that winds up playing out in the live game, in the live server, but... Come on, Hulk. Dude, really? You know, I'm just gonna go for it. Whatever. Hopefully the passive bots wind up taking over. And he just doesn't ever wind up doing anything. Nope. What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Dude just turtles up. You know, after all the fun and interactive bugs we've been playing and the lack of compensation revives. Oh no, that's not true, people. We got 3 compensation revives for all of Summer of Pain. Nailed it. Alright, come on, Wolvie. No, I'm just being a jerk. I think we deserve a really nice side quest. They may be the Return of Mutant Treasure Island. Yeah, or Gwenpool Goes to the Movies. That one was fun too. What am I supposed to do with this, dude? I thought they were supposed to change and update the arena streak to have more aggressive bots. Thank you. There we go. Because like with Wolverine's healing factor, the longer he's over a bar or 2 bars of power, the more he heals, and then nobody's having a good time. Get out of here. That'll work. Beautiful. The idea of a baby account sounds very interesting to me. I'm gonna focus on my main account first. Yeah, of course. And you know, me too. That's why I've been neglecting my baby account here for as long as I have. But there we go. But it's a lot of fun. It's a nice breather and a nice change of pace. Buddy Lee popping in saying, Rob vonShoe, let's go. What up, buddy? Welcome to the Thursday baby stream. How's it going? Hope all of you guys are doing well out there. Hope your week is going well. If I haven't had a chance to say howdy to you yet, hi there. Welcome to the stream. I am Rob vonShoe. If this is the first time tuning in. If not, well, it's good to see you again. I am just putting up some points here in Arena for the 5-star arena, because I'm about 4,000 shards shy of my 3rd 5-star. Although, to be entirely honest, if it's a dupe of one of the 2 I got, I wouldn't be mad. That'd actually be super preferable, actually. Still auto farming, good news, only 2 paths left. Getting there. John popping in saying, hello, Rob. What up, John? Welcome, welcome. I don't think Miles will get much of a VFX change, but only thing they'll do when entered to camo mode, will turn invisible, like Invisible Woman or Ghost or Hood kind of thing. That's all. I don't expect much. I mean, you're probably right. But part of me wants to be like, nah, these guys went out for Miles. Just because his buff has been delayed for so long, and they kept saying is because of the VFX, that I'm cautiously optimistic. That's actually really funny that you mentioned that, buddy. Because on the baby account here, there's just like offers piling up everywhere. Like I think the tab up top says like 7 or something absurd like that. Notice how Rob has not blinked at all since my CCP comments earlier. Nope, no blinking. I think I'm going to be very excited to see how Kitty and Nimrod handle in-game. That's all I can say about that. There's so much I want to say about it, but that's all I can say about it right now. Rob's baby count had more units than me and my friends' units combined. That's funny. That's funny. That's just because I've been hoarding them. Like, I haven't unlocked hardly any of my masteries yet. And that's why. Well, that's cool. So 156, so that's another 1,000 5-star shards. So that puts me, what, 3,000 shy, I think? Which is a painful lot. Yeah, 3,100. Well, I can pop open this 3 real quick. Yeah. No, I would not like a 4-star. I mean, I would, but I don't want to pay that disgusting price for it. So then... Trash. You know what else would be super useful? And it's kind of why I've been hesitant to finish Act 4, is because the loot, when you complete it, is not super good. It's very dated. It's very, very dated. Is there anything I can get out of any of these things? I can get shards. I can get one of these. That's cool. I don't have one of those yet. I probably should have been like making sure I collect all these every single day. I haven't. I've been terrible about it. Whatever. Oh well. No 5-star shards for me there. Got a boatload of freaking glory though. I can do some big rank ups with this actually, because I can get every single class cat that I need. Almost. How in the heck do I have this many incursion shards? I don't do incursions. Do you guys remember if they did compensation with incursions? So I don't remember that. I could gamble for a 4. Should I gamble for a 4-star, or should I just go for a regular 4-star? Because there's like a lot of duds in these. Gotta get back to work. Have a great day, mate. Astro, thank you again. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good luck at work. We'll catch you later. If VFX is the reason for the delay, I hope they add some animations in the style of Spider-Verse movie. Kind of like Spider-Pig. Maybe on the specials or ending a combo. I hope so. Something like that would be a lot of fun. Imagine getting a 4-star Quake. These are themed? There are only mutants in there. I kind of want to gamble on the 4-star. Just for a smaller pool. Like, there's a couple of first-time awakenings in this one, which could be pretty useful. The mutant one ain't shabby either. Bishop's good now. Get Professor X, Storm X, APOC. Hey, Lefty popping in saying, yo, Lefty, I need your 2 cents, bud. Should I go for one of these limited pool 4-star incursion crystals, or should I just go for a generic 4-star? Like, most anybody's gonna be brand new, but the pools for the 4-star crystals here are a lot cooler than the 5-star ones later on. What do you think? Just putting you on the spot. Marm says, yo Rob, did you see my Diablo pool? I did. Diablord is more like it. Not a bad idea, PP. Not a bad idea. Do like an abridged version of like the bonkers luck today. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go for the 4-star chaos here, just because there's enough 4 stars there that would be super useful for one, but then also at the same time too, a lot of potential first-time awakenings, which would be extra 5-star shards and put me closer to the next 5. So let's do that. And then hope for the best. I mean, it's kind of hard not to. It counts freaking bonkers enough as it is. But here we go. This is the Torch, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Void, Night Thrasher, Crystal. Gonna do the shoe shine method just for kicks. Because, you know, why not? Let's see who pops out. I don't think there are any bad pulls in here, actually. Claire would be a first-time awakening, too. Let's give that a quick tap. I'm going to hope for Void Awakening. Hey, no, brand new regular Ghost Rider. Cool. I'm good with that. That's a good pull. Ah, they're trying to... okay, I see what they're doing there. We noticed that you're approximately 3,000 5-star shards shy of your next 5-star crystal. Where did I get these 4-star shards from? I just opened 4 stars. How do I have 2 more? Where did that come from? Honest to goodness, man. These guys are just like throwing 4 stars my way. Alright, well, 4-star crystal number 3 is Morning Star. Very cool. She will be useful. Definitely can't go wrong with that. But I definitely am on a big Mystic kick tonight, apparently. And Electro. Alright. Well, that's still a new champ. What is the shoe shine method, says Cyber. That is my patent pending trick that I use to great success. So what I do is I wind up opening a couple of smaller crystals first, whether it's like a premium crystal or a grandmaster, but either way, just opening something first. Get the bad luck out of the way. It's been working out about 60% of the time. It's been working out every time. And then, with that bad luck out of the way, then you go and open up the thing that you really want to open, whether it's the 5-star, 6-star crystal, whatever, right? And then you got a little bit better luck. It's completely stupid, and there's absolutely no backing to like how it works or any of that, but you know, it's worked out 60% of the time for me, so yeah, I'll take it. This is what I'm talking about though with Act 4. Like the rewards are like okay, I guess. Not super great. Get a mastery point though. For exploration. No, I think I'm good with my team actually. Let's roll with that. Blah blah blah. Get to fight Electro. That'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah, and best luck to you, Cyber. I mean, obviously your mileage will vary, and I gotta throw that disclaimer out there, but I've heard enough success stories from other people who have tried it too, where it's like, maybe there's something to it. You gotta grasp onto control whenever you can. Absolutely. I'll take it. I think I'm a little overpowered for this area, guys. This is how I know the game loves me. They gave me a 4-star Elsa in early game. Let's go this way, why not? Blah, blah, blah. People doing nefarious things because reasons. I've hit the Ring 3 Rank U ceiling. So tough to get Tier 5 if you're not doing Map 7. Yes, absolutely. That's the kicker. Like, that's the nice thing about Map 7 is that it just gives you, like, rank up materials in spades. Like, every day that you complete it, you wind up getting, like, you know, 300 shards here, 300 shards there, plus a huge drop at the end, and especially even more depending on where you place. Plus, like, just an absolute boatload out of Map 7 and Map 7 crystals. So it really adds up. It really adds up. The thing is, as memory serves too, is that there wasn't as big a difference between Map 6 and Map 7. Like, I remember when Map 6 and Map 7 were a thing, and we were pushing forward and moving on from Map 5. Like, I think we did maybe, like, one round of 6, and we're like, yeah, that's cool. Let's see what 7 is. And then 7 wasn't too terribly much different than 6. At the time, though, it was mostly just because Act 7 was more aggressive than 6. And because they were more aggressive, then that made it a lot easier to fight and counter and figure out. Oh. I just burned a lot of energy. Well. Ooh, cyber. Okay. Do you want a, can I give you a too long didn't read? I would love to give you a TLDR. Any chance I get, I just want to speak the gospel of Elsa Bloodstone. So if you're interested, I will do my best to keep it about 5 minutes. But also, if you're interested too later on, or if you got to bounce right now, I got a bunch of videos up on the channel here with different Elsa gameplay, and then every video I got, I explained how she works and why. Most recently, now that I think about it, I did a Elsa solo of all the different bosses from this month. So that includes Rogue, that includes Penny, that includes Spidey 99, Sentry, Darkhawk, and I forget who the other one was. Let's get into it. So Elsa has a really nice passive evade that she gets on her first parry. That little gray icon right there is the timer, right? So you can do that nice passive evade anytime that timer is not there, right? Which is nice. If you got somebody who is stun immune, it's a great way to give yourself an opening without needing to take a bunch of block damage and letting them throw a full combo in at you. It's also a good tool to avoid needing to intercept, because intercepting can be problematic sometimes too, depending on who the champion is or what the stakes are. So it's nice. It gives you that chance. Beaver says 7 was easier than 6. As long as you have a deep roster still chilling in map 5 alliance because of work. That's the other thing that too. It's nice now that they've taken a lot of the nodes down. It makes it a lot more viable to be able to do a map 7 run and like live your life too. But yes, I totally get that. Alright, so Elsa. So we got the evade. Elsa's got two different bullets, right? A bullet on a light attack and a bullet on the medium attack. The light attack throws down a multiplier debuff. They call it busted. We're just going to call it a multiplier just to keep it simple. You got 5 multiplier, or a set amount of multiplier bullets and a set amount of damage over time bullets. Incinerate right now in this case. So what you want to do usually, just to keep things simple, is the more multipliers you throw down first, the more damage the incinerate does when you throw down an incinerate. So you want to throw down as many multipliers as you can to get some of that extra nice damage over time going. Now, here's the cool part. As soon as you run out of those various different bullets, whether it's the light bullet for the multiplier or the medium bullet for the damage over time, Elsa gets a nice power gain increase. It's not a buff, it's not a passive, it's just an inherent thing that's built into her kit. So when both bullets are depleted, she has a huge power increase, which is fantastic because then, you know, that pushes her to her next set of specials all the faster. So a bit of like advanced Elsa gameplay is you want to wind up staggering the bullets, so you always have one of them depleted. That way you always have that little bit extra power increase going. But for now, the light attack throws a multiplier, the medium attack throws a incinerate, or a damage over time. And the two different debuffs she gets, Incinerate and Cold Snap, are fantastic because they're some of the... Well, they're not uncommon now, but they're less common. So there's less opponents that have resistances or immunities to them. Shoeshine method definitely works. Heard from a buddy of mine that he knows a guy that heard one guy has a 100% success rate. He only ever opened one crystal, but that's 100% nevertheless. Hey, 100% is 100%. Still counts. Scientists will say that's not how that works, but what do they know? Exactly. 9 out of 10 doctors agree, right? There's always that one guy. He just has to be a jerk. What the heck happened there? She doesn't seem too complicated to play, so however you end your combo is the type of debuff that goes with the specials. No, the specials are independent of the debuff. So regardless if you end the combo with a special or not, you still apply the debuff. The specials All right. So then the specials, when you throw the special, whether special 1 or special 2, use some of the various debuffs, right? So it's like you could end like a 5-hit combo or a 2-hit combo with either a light attack or medium attack and use a bullet that way, or you could throw a special attack and use multiples of one kind at the same time. So it's particularly helpful if you want to throw, if you already got a bunch of different multipliers on an opponent and you want to just like get a bunch of incinerates or cold snaps on them at once, then there you go. And that would be your special 1 attack to throw all the different debuffs. Special 2 throws a bunch of different multipliers. The nice thing about the special 2 is if you run out of the multiplier debuffs, well, then you start throwing some of your incinerate debuffs as well. So you get a double whammy. Rohan just started baby account too. Just sent you a friend request. Awesome, bud. I'll go check that out. Did not know that about Elsa. I don't play her really, but the more you know. Absolutely. There's so much going on with her and her kit. Like, she was right at the beginning of like when champ started to get more like intricate, but not to the level where it's like you gotta read a friggin' book to understand all of their different abilities. Because you got a lot going on and can do a lot of different things, but not like excessively so. So like I said, she's got 2 different debuffs, an Incinerate and a Cold Snap. She defaults to the Incinerate from the get-go. But if she goes up against an opponent who's immune to Incinerate, like Void for instance, then she automatically switches over to the Cold Snap and does Cold Snap for the rest of the fight. Also, in addition to being, you know, running up against someone who's Incinerate immune, if she goes up against somebody who evades at any point, then she also automatically switches over to the Cold Snap. So you always got that handy when you need it. Case in point, going up against Spidey here. Stupid nodes. Andy popping in saying, hey Rob, and Rohan, and Cyber. What up, Andy? Welcome to the baby stream. So look, I've got Incinerate defaulted, right? Because Spidey hasn't evaded. Actually, I don't think Spidey's gonna evade. He's not awakened. But if, like, at any point he does wind up evading, then it just auto switches over. You can't switch it back, but it switches over from Incinerate to Cold Snap automatically. Can she shrug off debuffs? Yes. She shrugs off 1 debuff every like 1.5 seconds, something like that. So if you've got like a disorient on you, she shrugs that off. If you got a weakness on you, she shrugs that off. Any avoids debuffs, she shrugs that off. I gotta check it because there was a time when she could shrug off Power Lock 1 and Power Lock 2, which was really, really cool. But I think they changed that. I guess there's poison on this node. I don't think I can do it. Yeah. Close. Oh well. Yeah, but which pool of 10 doctors? And what do the other ones think? Well, they've kind of excommunicated that 10th doctor. He's a bit of a quack. 'Cause, like, he doesn't But the 9 Doctors, they all get together for golf and have some coffee, and they just have a rip-roaring good time at the club. Wow, that 3-star Shang-Chi will be more useful than a few 4 stars. Yeah, and they handed this dude out for free. That's where I got this one. It was like, hey, it's the Shang-Chi month. Here's a free 3-star. And me with the baby account that was like days old, I'm like, I will take that, thank you. Glancing all over the place. But he's got a really nice reach on his kick, so that makes life a little bit easier. So that does it. Ish. Easy peasy. Non-damaging debuffs, yeah. Not damaging debuffs. Correct. Correct, Ron. So she can't shrug off bleed, she can't shrug off poison, she can shrug off... I'm not sure about rupture, actually. Because I think rupture is technically a damaging debuff. So then she cannot shrug off rupture, which is a bit annoying. Can't wait to see Shang-Chi. Probably going to see it in theaters. I think that's the only way you can see it. I don't think they're bringing it to Disney Plus until it's like on a widespread release. It's like another way Disney's testing the waters to see if they can release movies normally again. It's kind of silly. I gotta do 6 full quests and all that energy for 25 5-star shards. She can't shrug rupture. Correct. Correct. Because rupture is a damaging debuff now. Just like degen. Are these 0 energy? They are 0 energy. So yeah, why not? Do I have a Tigra? I don't think I do. I don't. Shame. I think I could probably just auto fight this, to be honest. Oh yeah. Even me with like the baby account still auto fighting quests. That's hilarious. I want to use Shang-Chi against Warlock. Worst matchup. Yeah, I don't reckon that would probably work out super great. Missed Summer Showdown by 2 seconds for this last week. Thought I had it until Happy McMuffins wrecked my party. It's a grumpy McMuffins. I'm sorry, buddy. That's a bummer. That's a big bummer. That's close, though, too. Are you going to go for the Hyperion time now? Boo is a bit worried about the Shang-Chi movie, to be honest. I'm afraid of the ending will have the same problem Black Panther did. Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the character to want to be able to articulate where I want the movie to go. I want it to be interesting. I want it to feel like it has any stakes. It doesn't. I mean, Shang-Chi's gonna be fine. He starts the movie, he's gonna end the movie, he's gonna be like, alright, I'm fine now. I'm part of the MCU. So in that regard, it's kind of lame. But we'll see how the red goes. I'm hoping it's fun. 6 days left, and I gotta start exploring this last week of Summer of Pain. Yep. You and me both, Andy. I got 5 paths left. Not particularly excited, but you gotta keep saying it's like the 75 generic SIGs, and it's a bunch of the rank 4 materials too. That's what I'm doing it for. And then we'll see what's up next month. A friend of mine worked on the movie, and he couldn't say if I was right in worrying, but he gave me the look. Well, hopefully he's just got a really wonky poker face, and that's what that is. Hopefully. I don't know, man. Coming off of Black Widow, I don't know, we'll see. Because the whole Black Widow movie was setting up Yelena as a new character in the MCU, right? And if they really wanted to do something interesting, they would have told the whole movie from Yelena's perspective. And, like, Black Widow would be a supporting character in her own movie. Kind of like what they did with Mad Max, Fury Road. Where it was Furiosa's movie, but it was told from Max's perspective. Like, that would have been, I think, a little bit more interesting than what we got. I don't know, it was just really boring. I'll see what leaderboard is like. I don't think I have the best counters ranked for this fight. Yeah, that's the other kicker, too. Is that because it's 5 stars, it's much more cost inhibitive to be competitive. I really wish they'd bring back like the 4 or the 3-star challenge, just because not only is it a lot more economic to rank up champs to be competitive, but odds are you've got those characters already anyway. It's hard to care about stuff when the game is running like a potato. Yes. Not a loaded potato either. I could go for a loaded potato. More like a raw potato. Just pulled out of the ground, got a little dirt and bugs all over it. I hope to pull him. I don't have the 5 or 6-star Odin. Well, you're in luck, bud. He's going to be in the basic arena next week. No, in 3 weeks. So you can get him there. Next week is Mangog. Then I think it's Yellow Jacket, somebody. And then Odin. I'm going to double check that, because that's the second time I said Yellow Jacket. I'm not positive on that. Let's see. Going over to Reddit, check out the cutoff history, because that's a good way to see who's coming up next. Angela. Yellow Jacket was last month. Let's go with that for Aegon. Yeah, okay, so that's actually a lot better, Angela. I will not be going for Angela because it's only a Sig 1 for a basic champion. But if you don't have an Angela, now's the chance to get her because she's bonkers. She is bonkers. I have the Mystic Eye so to take her to rank 3, but I'm waiting in case I pull somebody else. So you got a little bit of time. Black Widow movie should have come out 5 years ago when people cared. I don't think it's so much. Okay, so I think it's two separate points right there. I do agree it should have come out 5 years ago. I think Disney's reasoning that a female-led action movie wouldn't be successful says a lot more about them than us. Because no. No. Again, look at Mad Max, right? And that came out about 5 years ago, and look how friggin' smashing fantastic that was. When people cared, though, that's on them, though. It's not so much that people... I think people are over it now, but if the story was good enough and the stakes were interesting enough, or the story was written smart enough, people would have cared. But it wasn't. I've never had a loaded potato before. Andy, it's amazing. So it's basically, it's just a baked potato, right? It's a baked potato, but after it's baked, you split it down the middle, and then you take a fork and you fluff up the inside a little bit. Take a nice chunk of butter, put that, let it melt into the potato, and then you load up a bunch of stuff on top. If you like sour cream, you can put sour cream on top of that. Some diced green onions, and some perhaps some bacon, and then just chop that into little bits too. Top that off with some sea salt. It's amazing. It would be nice if they ran Showdown in a beta with all the champs available at max for an even playing field. Yup. Which is funny because that's the exact same criticism that we leveled at them last year for the exact same reason. It's not even so much the champs available, it's the mastery setups. It's assuming that everybody has every mastery unlocked and has the units available to just reset at will. Rohan says, you could easily do the hardest difficulty for this quest. Yes, but I want to get as much loot as possible, so that's why I'm doing this one here. And I'll take care of the harder one later. Jackson popping in saying, hey Rob, how's it going? Jackson, I'm doing very well. Very well. Happy Thursday to you. Good to see you. Week for me has been going by pretty okay, with the exception of yesterday, where I fell asleep on the couch right before the stream. But outside of that, it's been going pretty good. Been having a lot of fun playing around with the 6-star Starkey. I got a video shot and edited. I just got to dub it and then run with it. Doing a side-by-side comparison, seeing if the 6-star Stark Spidey is good enough to replace the 5-star. So that's going to be coming out tomorrow. It's going to be a damage comparison, comparing their utility, and comparing their stats. And then my final 2 cents. Just for an added bit of bonus too, it's comparing an awakened 565 SIG 200 with an unawakened 6-star rank 2. So that way we also throw the awakened ability into the mix as well. Like how much of a factor that plays or not. Since I haven't seen you in a while, did you like the new Suicide Squad? I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really fun. I would have much preferred if they didn't have Harley in it, because I didn't care. Like, she's in there for the name recognition. Not Margot Robbie, but Harley Quinn. But outside of that, I don't think she brought anything to the character, or brought anything to the story. Because all of the, for me, most of the humor, and certainly the heart and the stakes of the film were all invested in, like, the other characters. So she was a bit of a distraction. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot more than the first Suicide Squad. I liked it better than Justice League. Do I like it better than Guardians, though? Maybe. Maybe. Now that I think about it, maybe. Oh, so it's like nachos, but potato instead. Yes, but less cheese. That's the other thing. You put a shredded cheese on the loaded potato too. But the difference is with the loaded potato, it's not it's not like nacho cheese sauce. So you want to put something nice on there, some shredded cheese. But yeah, PP it was pretty good. To release Black Widow after she died in the MCU. Hard to care what happens in the film when you know exactly how it'll end. If they released it right after Civil War, would have been different. See, part of me was going into it and be like, maybe they're gonna retcon it where she didn't actually die, or it was a scroll or something, but nope. The new squad seems DC finally managed to create the right amount of humor in their movies. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. It's funny that it's taken them this long, but here we are. You didn't have the last two recoil open, which would have been a big difference. Yeah. Yeah, because you're still taking the same amount of recoil, just with 20% less attack. I mean, not 20%, because it scales, but... But yes, all the same, yes. All movie execs keep putting out the female solo films as period pieces. Black Widow, both Wonder Woman movies. Harley wasn't really a solo movie. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't know what it is about it either. I really think it speaks more about what they think about us, the audience. You know? Because, I mean, I'm of the opinion if somebody is interesting, well written, you know, doesn't even need to be like a stellar performance so long as the plot makes sense and carries on its own merit, you know, then that... Absolutely. It's the same as any other movie. I don't know why they keep making it such a big deal. Or a big issue. But, I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me and my generation. I mean, I grew up with interesting characters. Men, women. I don't get it. I get the importance of it. I get the importance of why you need to see characters of every variety front and center. I get the importance of it. I don't know. Dark humor is exactly what this squad needed. Gunn did great. Yeah, he brought exactly like the James Gunn flavor of comedy to it. And then sprinkled in just enough heart. Man, Falcon popping in. Howdy, Rob. Hope all is well. I'm doing quite well. Quite well. I'm awake. I mean, I'm tired, but I'm awake tonight, so that's a big plus. And it's been a good week, so that's also a plus. I'm not doing the Penny Arena round 1, so that's a plus. I'm doing good. Parzival says, wait, is this not a serial discussion stream? It sure can be. It can be. Sundays are usually the serial streams, or Mondays if Sundays don't wind up working out, but I mean, I can talk serial all day, any day. See how long it takes to get a Yelena Widow movie. A standalone? Soon, I hope. She was far and away the most interesting part about the Black Widow movie, and the actress has some solid gravitas leading up to it too. She's had a lot of success in the work that she's put out. I hope so. I'd be all for it. And go back to the basics too. That's true of most movies just across the board, regardless of who's in front of the camera, or who's in front of the camera. If the movie doesn't work from the get-go, if the plot doesn't carry, if there's no reason for the audience to care, if there's no stakes, it's gonna be a flop, you know. I mean, look at Snake Eyes. I don't know, but that's also just me too, you know. I want to see a movie version of something like The Expanse. Let me look that up when Expanse Season 4 comes out. Because I've been wanting to go back and rewatch the series so far. Or Season 5, I should say, sorry. Season 6, I mean. Season 5 came out right at the start of... Did it come out? Okay, so they've wrapped season 6. It was supposed to be out in September. So maybe soon, this year still, maybe. But they don't have a set release date. But like The Expanse is such a freaking good show. It is a good show. It's smart, it's fun, it's charming, it's endearing. It's got stakes, it's got drama, it's got people acting like believable people. Hands down, phenomenal, grounded sci-fi. There's a difference. I mean, there's like Star Wars sci-fi where it's like ships and lasers and the Force and mysticism and whatnot, which is a lot of fun in its own right. But this is like realistic sci-fi where it still works with like the modern, with realistic rules. I'm assuming I can auto-fight this one as well. Yeah. Probably. We'll see. See how much I get. And crash. I think characters are better in our day because movies were made by fans for fans rather than to be a box office hit. Maybe. Yeah, that's true too. And I think... Yeah. Where am I going? Here I am. They seemed a bit more focused too. It's not like trying to... There was a lot more confidence in it because they were just trying to make a good movie. You know, if you spin off to like toys and products and whatnot, that's great afterwards. You know, like look at like Mighty Ducks, right? Quintessential 90s movie right there, Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks is just going out there to be a fun hockey movie. Well, then Mighty Ducks spun off the Mighty Ducks cartoon show, spun off the different toys, and then of course like 3 sequels after that. But the movie itself was just like, we're just putting this out there, enjoy. Now it's like, okay, so we're gonna spin off our own like interconnected universe. Alright, I can't auto-fight this. So we're gonna like throw a bunch of breadcrumbs out there for us to pick up again, and like 4 or 5 movies down the road, and they lose sight of, hey, you know, we still gotta make this one work. Got Disney Plus recently. Any recommendations apart from the Marvel stuff? I mean, there's all the Star Wars stuff you can watch. Get caught up on your backlog of Simpsons. That's there too. It was a lot of fun watching like some of the behind the scenes stuff they're still trying to like flesh out and justify having a separate like Star Wars channel on Disney Plus. So they're doing like behind the scenes of Mandalorian, which is cool for what it is. But it's also fun too watching like if you go into like the classic Disney animation section, right? You can sort by year or decade, I should say. So it's just really fun, like going back and just watching some of like how the Disney movies changed through the decades too. There's no shortage of things to watch, especially if you're either a fan of like Pixar, or if you're a fan of the classic Disney movies or Disney cartoons. You got a bunch of live action stuff too from like the 50s and 60s. It's been cherry picked. They definitely have gone through and like sanitized their past. So there's a lot of stuff that isn't there. But that being said, they don't have special 3. Well, that's good to know. Releasing Snake Eyes around the same time as Shang-Chi was asking for their movie to bomb. No idea what they were thinking. I think also at the same time too, because it was a pandemic movie, they needed to get the movie out there to coincide with all the different product that was launching with it. Because they didn't want to have like a Black Widow situation where all the product launches, or the Ghostbusters where all the product launches, and then the movie doesn't come out for like a year after that. And then I think also too, because fundamentally the Snake Eyes movie is just a vessel to move product as opposed to trying to be like a good movie in its own right. That I think carried a lot more weight than anything else. Started watching The Simpsons. I'm enjoying it so far. Are you starting from season 1, or are you just like jumping in anywhere along the way? That being said, funnily enough though, as an action figure aficionado, I was very interested in the Snake Eyes 6-inch figure line. But that's probably about the extent of my interest in any of that. So we'll see if they wind up, doing a sequel or a direct streaming something, or if they just sit on their hands for another 5 years and then reboot it again. Because they've already had Snake Eyes as part of like G.I. Joe films. This is like the X-Men Origins version. Alright, so we got a few more fights here. They're getting more, a little bit more interesting here. 4,000. Just means you gotta watch out. Oh, guys, so you know what I realized earlier today? I had completely forgotten that Hood had gotten buffed. I was like, oh yeah, they changed Hood. Because I was just like fighting him like normal. And I was like, oh yeah, he's got persistent charges now. That's right. I still have no idea how he works now, but something to do with the bullet mechanic. I don't know. I'll get around to testing that out someday. Someday. A couple of things to test between now and then. So that was like classic early 90s nostalgia then, my friend. I kind of want to go back and rewatch like season 1. Same with South Park. Just to see how much has changed over the decades. Not even just in terms of like the quality of the animation, but just like how they set up gags and how they execute the humor. Because I think South Park is better now, but I think Simpsons was better then. Second, it was just there to remind me that G.I. Joe wasn't just a fever dream from my childhood, but waiting for the inevitable Biker Mice from Mars movie. Yeah, or the reboot of Street Sharks. Is Gargoyles still coming? I thought they were rebooting Gargoyles too. Like, I'm confident that they were on Disney Plus. Get some debuffs going. Pew 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 pew. Get that little power increase going. Another debuff, get super power increase. Not gonna need it. Nice. Not really feeling a cable plate. Save Elsa for that sentry, because that sentry is Elsa food in spades. It'll be interesting to see what the MCU version of Kang's armor looks like. I'm sure he's still gonna have like, oh, what the heck? I have never seen Kang recover so fast from his own special before. That was gnarly. I'm sure he's gonna have something like over his shoulders, like the Ozymandias thing, right? But like the big old thigh-high boots, I doubt it. Beautiful. I mean, he could, and that would be a very interesting decision. But, you know, we'll see. Give it another couple movies, and I'm sure he's going to come back. Or Loki Season 2, apparently, next year. Apparently, Disney almost released a gritty live-action reboot of Gargoyles. I would have loved to see that just for the cringe fest it inevitably would have been. Especially if it's like halfway wonky like CG. Oh, that would have been lovely. Alright. I don't think I got any other champ crystals to open up. I think I opened up everybody already. What do you think the odds are of me getting a 5-star Penny Parker? Not holding my breath. I'm probably not going to do it. I need to save my units. But it's tempting just for kicks.
I was wondering if you'd have any interest in the upcoming Marvel.
Alright, but here is what we're going to do. Hey, Dash just beat 4642. Dude, you're on a roll, bud. You are on a roll. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a couple things. You're going to go say to BG because he's on his baby account stream too. Hashtag Rob Von Raid. And then just for you, Dash. Just for you. And then as this is spinning out, I don't know, we'll see. I am not holding my breath. But as that's spinning out, I want to thank you guys for hanging out here on the baby account. Day 11. Making some good progress. Wound up getting an extra 5-star. I'm well on my way to my 3rd 5-star. I've got a 4th 5-star with the login tomorrow. So that's nuts. That's nuts. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. That helps the channel grow. I do very much appreciate that. Be back again on tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's Friday. That is the quintessential Cav luck right there. 5-star featured, random 5-star, 3-star, 5-star Omega Red. That's hilarious. Alright guys, that's going to do me for tonight. I hope you have a most excellent rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. I'm Rob vonShoe. Till next time all, take care. Talk soon.